Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing the second half of my What Sold video, which will be Friday through Sunday, August 11th through the 13th. At this point, last weekend, I had turned everything back on for eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark. Made a couple of sales on, I think, Mercari and one on Etsy, nothing on Poshmark. But I had a really good weekend with eBay. And then it was like Monday morning, everything went, but everything's been, well, today, y'all, it is Saturday and I've had one sell and it is 3 in the afternoon. That's not normal. Not normal. So, but I also noticed, anybody else notice your eBay screen is different? You guys are going to see it on mine when I get to eBay. They changed the screen overnight. It's totally different from what it was the day before. I actually kind of like it, but it just tells me maybe that's why there for a couple of days my sales were really low. But also it was probably my fault also because I wasn't listing while I was gone last week. So I don't know. It is what it is. Ebbs and flows, right? I've had a couple of very good days, and then we'll see how today pans out. I've been sending my offers all day, so hopefully it will get stuff, some sales to come through. But, y'all, we decided, I'm going to say this. I knew we shouldn't change our schedule up, but I noticed yesterday a town that's an hour away from here had a town-wide sale. I've never been to it. So last minute, Robert and I decided we'll just not yard sell in our area, which had been the plan. And we had such an amazing day yesterday. I should have known better because we went today, spent the entire day in a town called Abington. Probably 40 plus 50 yard sales, and I think I bought three plush. We did stop at an estate sale, which I ended up buying some clothes, but 3 plush today. An hour drive there, an hour drive back was not worth the time, but now I know. Next year, we're not going. But I still haven't been able to make a video yet on what I picked up yesterday, so I'm thrilled for that. I'm going to do video 1. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 videos to share everything with you guys. Let's start back here at Mercari. I told you guys in the last video, I couldn't get Mercari to go on vacation the day I wanted it to, and I sold 2 things. And then when I turned Mercari back on that Friday, I sold 2 things right away again. And these are the 2, and then nothing else for the rest of the weekend. First thing that sold was this M&M yellow plush. This was from that high bid estate sale I won over 2 years ago. Tons and tons of plush. Bought a bunch of M&M plush. And this one sold for $13. And then this TB Trading Company White Bear plush sold for $12. One sell on Posh was this flannel women's shirt by Woolrich. It sold for $16. And then eBay. I had some good sales. No, I have a sell on Etsy, but it's at the end, so don't leave the video because it was a very good sell too. First thing, Fisher Price Little People, still selling them. I just inventoried them a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden it just kind of boosted my sales. I think I've got 2 to share. This is the construction worker and the bus driver from the 90s. They sold for $7 for the 2 of them. Folkmanis Lion Cub Hand Puppet. It sold for $22.45. This I picked up at the yard sale with Tea and Pickers. This is a Kenner Megaforce 1989 vehicle thingy. Sold for $12.05. It was missing a couple of things. So I did take the first best offer I really got on it. Whitman Guild jigsaw puzzle. This was new, sealed, 1983, sold for $11.61. This was a non-working plush. Just because it's non-working, if it's vintage, there's probably a buyer who's still going to want it either to use as parts for something else or just to sit on a shelf. So don't be afraid to list them. They're not going to sell for as much as a working one, of course, but I still will go ahead and list it. This was a Trendmaster Love Love plush from 1999. I took a best offer of $8. It did take a while to sell though. This is I think I sold 2 of the Madame Alexander dolls that I picked up at an estate sale. I think I ended up picking like a dozen or so up, and she charged me $20, I think, for all of them. This was a doll from Poland in the box, sold for $11.66. And then this is a Kenner Fluffy Dog, one of the little 6-inch size ones from 1986. It sold for $13.45. This is a Russ Snuggle Bear hand puppet, sold for $12. I think I just showed you guys in a haul video that I had picked up a Snuggle Bear. I pick up all of them and they don't stick around very long. Lemax Village. I think this came from that private pick estate sale that I won all of that plush. There was a room that had lots of Christmas stuff in it. Robert was in charge of picking up stuff from there. He grabbed a couple of these sets of Lemax animals. This one sold for $10. This is Applause Timothy the Teddy Bear from 1986. And he had this cute personalized shirt on that said, "I love Michelle." It sold for $18.55. These, I bought this little Sesame Street, like laptop looking toy. I could not get it to work at all. It did include these cards that were interchangeable in the system. It's been listed probably a couple of weeks and they did sell for $8. If you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when I say something sold for $8, the buyer did pay extra for shipping. This is a Furberry's Grape Gabby plush by Spin Master. This one is one of the older ones from 2007. I think they've been re-released. I think it's by Basic Fun. I prefer the older ones. This one, they don't sell for a lot. This one sold for $8.96. I just like them. This is Disney Store Mickey Mouse Clubhouse train set, sold for $14.05. I think those were all. I bought a bunch of tracks and stuff at the Goodwill bins, and I had them all parted out, and then I found another set, and I just decided to lot them all together, but I didn't need a second train, so I just left that one. This is Behringer Baby. These are 14-inch dolls by JC Toys. This doll sold for $14. Fisher Price again. These are Zoo Talkers. This set of 3 sold for $15. This is another one of the Madame Alexander dolls. This is Canada. It sold for $10. Spark Create Imagine. That is a Walmart brand. Just did a video here recently on Walmart plush ones to be on the lookout for. This one sold for $9.86. My Toy Rabbit plush, 14-inch. It was kind of weighted. I should have used that word in the title. Sold for $8.02. A lot of these ones that you are selling for like $6, $7, $8. These are the ones that have been listed since before January, and I marked all my prices down permanently by 10%. And then this past week I ran like this week I'm running a 15% off sale. I'm really trying to move out a lot of the older inventory. This is Mega Blocks Dora the Explorer blocks. This has been listed a really long time because it was pictures that I did in my cube, and it's probably been over 2 years since I used the cube. Sold for $18.55. Just gotta wait for the right buyer sometimes. This is Mutual of Omaha. How many of you guys remember watching that? I remember Marlon Perkins. I think that was his name. Something like that. I remember watching that. Mostly when we visited my grandmother. This was a 3.5-inch Wild Kingdom giraffe. Sold for $8.96. I love buying the advertising plush. Almost any and all that I find, as long as it's in good condition. Walmart again. This is a Shaggy Pig plush 8-inch. I had 2 of these listed. One had the paper tag, one did not. That's why there's a number 2 there. This was the second one to list. Hallmark Richard Scarry Bank. I picked this up recently at an estate sale. I think it was $0.25, maybe $1, something like that. Sold very quickly. It was an international sale. It sold for $17. More jeans. These are Wrangler men's jeans. Sold for $13.51. Trying to remember where I picked this. These were in a bag of stuff. I want to say I paid $3 for just like a Ziploc bag of different things. I picked it up because basically I remember seeing these 2 nuggets. I didn't know what else was in there as far as costumes and everything. But it sold very quickly for $15. This is candle toppers. I picked up 3 of these. I think they were a box lot at a yard sale or something. This one was smaller than the other 2. That's all I remember. I'm going to guess that I paid maybe $1 for it. It sold for $12, but it was called Our America Gift, and it was a gingerbread house topper for a candle. Now, I had 7 of these cups listed. I think I have like a gravy boat, maybe some plates. Just, it was a small lot of dishes. For a while, we were buying lots of dish sets. We've kind of moved away from them unless it's something that's going to be very quick to sell. These have sat for a little while, but I think I've sold something recently in this series and then turned right around and somebody offered me $38.50 for the 7 coffee cups. So I went ahead and accepted that offer, and Robert packed it up. Hasbro Abby Cadabby plush. She is one of the talkers. It sold for $14. As you can see, I did have a video of her working. Definitely use the video for any and everything that's battery operated to show that it is working. Six Flags Wonder Woman bear plush sold for $11.66. All right, getting into some of the bigger dollar stuff that sold. Baby Starters Horse Lovey said my first rodeo on the front. Sold for $44.95. I have done very well with Loveys that have a horse on them. So definitely keep your eyes open for any and all brands that have horses on them. This came from the private pick estate sale I went to. My plush had its original paper tag. I threw an extra high price on it. When I received this $42 offer, I went in. I think somebody else had sold it also for like $35, and there were several that were listed less than this offer that were new with their tags also. So I just went ahead and accepted the offer. So $42 for this Drooper Dog plush from 1973. Then I sold these Lego Star Wars minifigures. I picked up a bag, actually 3 bags of Legos. I sorted again out all of the minifigs, and then I just sold all the other pieces separately in a separate lot. These, however many here, 1, 5, 6 full Legos, and then one that's missing his head and one that's missing his body, and then some weapons. They all sold very quickly at my full asking price of $49.95. And then y'all, Kohl's, click, clack, moo. This is the lamb. I picked up 2 of them recently. This is the first one to sell, which is why you're seeing the sale price. The first one sold for was at full asking price, $59.95. It is currently on sale. The second one for the $53.95. But $59.95 for a Kohl's plush. This is like one of the best ones if you're going to sell a single Kohl's plush. Lots of lots go for higher when you can do, you know, all of the Cliffords or all of the Charlie Browns or anything like that. But this particular plush does very, very well. And then my best sell on eBay was this. Y'all, when we went up to Cincinnati last year, we stopped at a Savers. I believe it was a Savers. I picked up these Adidas boxing / wrestling, I should have used that keyword too, shoes. Pretty positive I spent $7.99 for them. They still had the original tag and the tie strap that kept the boots together. This was one of those, my first listing that ever had the authenticity guarantee from eBay, and everything was, I don't know what, oh, eBay. eBay put in a video, look y'all, over here, eBay's got a video of how their authenticity guarantee program works in my listing. That's interesting. I never noticed that. So these sold on an offer for $168. I had to use a FedEx label to ship them to wherever eBay had me ship them. I think it was Las Vegas. Free. It was a free label to me. I got to keep the original shipping. eBay sent me the free label, and I did get a notification already that they were approved, that they were authentic, and they've been forwarded on to the buyer. The thing I want to bring up, though, about the authenticity program, when I've been trying to figure out this whole time away, one of the bullets in the eBay policy as far as time away says any item that's in the guaranteed authenticity program, your handling time does not adjust when you're in time away. It's one of the bullets in their policy that it does not adjust. So if you're going to use time away, if you have anything in the eBay authenticity program, you might want to go ahead and end them while you're on vacation. I only was using extended handling, so I was okay, even though it did sell after I had put everything back to 1-day handling. So I just shipped them out Monday. But definitely, if you're going to use time away, double check that policy that eBay has put out. I think Robert had a link to it in one of my previous videos also. But all you do, go in and Google time away policies for eBay, and it'll bring you to that page, and then read it over, because there's certain things that do not have extended time handling when you're in the time away mode for, you know, specific listings on eBay. Then, not my best sell, because this was my best sell, but I had a nice sell on Etsy right after I turned Etsy back on. This sold while I was still at Flipcom, so of course I had to brag to all my friends that I had been hanging around with. But this was one of the bears from that private pick estate sale that we picked up. I've already sold another one of these heart-to-heart bears that was in the box for $250. And then this box, this Chosun heart-to-heart bear from 1986, sold on Etsy for $99.95. So it was an amazing, amazing weekend. I was just thrilled. Plus, to have such an amazing week with just all the people that I got to meet or re-meet. Plus, it was just an amazing week. Not really a week. Wednesday through Saturday of just spending time in North Carolina with just some really good friends. All right. Hope this was educational for you. Lots of things we're selling. I'm going to be doing this next video here in just a little bit so I can start showing you some of the stuff from yesterday's yard sale. Then I'm going to get this stuff listed. I'm thrilled for it. I think I'm going to start really buckling down and doing a whole lot of cross-listing to Poshmark and Mercari because fourth quarter is coming up on y'all. I'm already seeing an uptick in my sales when eBay's not having their down days. So it's time. It's time to get more stuff cross-listed, and hopefully I'm going to have an amazing fourth quarter to share with you guys, and hopefully all of you guys who are doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, get that stuff listed quickly. It's almost here. All right, y'all, get to work. Bye.